Ash is a pianist and a yoga teacher, and he has read and researched a lot of things about sound and music, and he invented a kind of a yoga form that's called Tala Yoga, which he will tell you probably a lot more about. And what he also does is doing sound bath sessions where he plays the piano and people lay around the piano, under the piano, everywhere, and just listen to the music that's played for an hour or even more. So now I just want to remember you, there is this reaction button on the bottom. That's the only connection we have with you. So if you think something is awful, please let us know. And if you think it's awesome, then please also let us know by clicking this reaction button. And so now I'm going to hand it over to Ash, that he can start with his presentation and show you all the things that he has prepared for now. Please take it from here, Ash.
Yes, thank you, Matt. Am I on? I hope so. So thank you very much for the invitation to be here. Thank you to you, Matt, because you're a great connector, and I think you're very valuable for all of us in the music tech scene. So I'm a yoga teacher and composer, and I have a little presentation where I show you a little insight of my world, which I'm studying for like 30 years now of music and 20 years of yoga. And I try to start the presentation. So I invented the so-called Tala Yoga. It's a system, a yoga system in which you breathe with the music together. And I go to that in a few seconds. So I just want to tell you something about me. So I have a mission, and my mission is to present music as a spiritual tool to learn more about yourself and the essence of the existence. So this sounds quite deep, and indeed it is. So my background is, like, as I said, 30 years of music studying. I studied jazz drums and piano, and I practice now 20 years of yoga, and I am very passionate about that. And after I've got cancer like 12 years ago, life changed completely, and Tala Yoga emerged. So I would like to sum you up my spiritual insight in one saying, like, the essence of the universe for me is just consciousness. So everything you see, you feel, you hear, everything around you, the whole earth, universe, everything is just consciousness which manifests in material world. But even the material, every stone, every book, every tree, is in the end consciousness. And because it's so difficult to grasp for us consciousness, there's something which we call love. So love is a feeling, a sensation, which is the same as consciousness, but it has a different kind of way we can feel it. And then there's music. So music is like the tool to connect us with love and to connect us with consciousness. And I know for many people, this sounds like quite weird and quite far outside, but when you look at existence, it is quite outside and quite strange. So as the talk is Nada Brahma, the world is sound. So as the Vedas, and this saying Nada Brahma is Sanskrit, Nada is the sound or vibration, and Brahma is like the root of existence, like the source of, some people call it God, of creation, of nature, of evolution, whatever you would like to call it. In the end, it's always the same. So everything is vibration, everything has a vibration, and everything has a rhythm. And we can measure these frequencies in hertz. So it's like vibration in the second. So vibration in the second determines the hertz. And so also like love and music has a vibration, and which we can measure. So, and the term Tala, like Tala Yoga, comes also from Sanskrit and means literally rhythm or musical tempo. So like the essence of creation is rhythmic, and wherever you look, you can see rhythms like day and night, inhale, exhale, birth and death. So even birth and death, which seems to be quite far away, it's only because this rhythm is 80 years in between, but it's a rhythm of of life and the end of life. So also these two things are totally interconnected. So the life is quality through death, and the death has a quality through life. And I would like to play a little video for you to show you the essence of Thala Yoga in 2 minutes. And I hope you enjoy that. My name is Eshlo, and I'm the founder of Thala Yoga. Thala Yoga is a new modern yoga system in which even breathing is performed in perfect unity with the movements. This is possible by the music I composed especially for the yoga practice. This music helps you to breathe deeply and perform all movements easily and fluently. The rhythm of the music resembles the resting pulse of the heartbeat and promotes the brain waves that are responsible for relaxation and concentration. This music, the so-called yoga talas, are based on the harmonic laws of nature. One fundamental principle of the universe states that everything consists of vibration and rhythmic patterns. Thala Yoga is a life-orientated yoga practice in which you can experience the positive effect of music on the human organism. You should definitely try Thala Yoga if you love music and like to overcome your physical inertia. If you want a strong and flexible body, and if you like to have a positive and calming influence on your thoughts and feelings, in order to see more clearly what is really important for you. If any of these points resonate with you, I invite you to try Thala Yoga here in our virtual studio. Music is where the joy is. Yoga is where the self-realization is. Where do you want to be? Namaste, your Eshlo. So I stated, music is a powerful direct teacher for all of those who listen. And this is like a deep state in this sense that all spiritual traditions, or the most of them, emphasize the listening and the silence as a tool to learn more about yourself and to have a look inside of you. So my aim is to use music not as a background, as a nice atmosphere. So music is for me a spiritual tool where you breathe with the music, you move with the music, and this has effects. So the aims of the Thala Yoga practices: first, overcome physical inertia. And as you're sitting in front of your computer, I know the majority of you have an issue with that physical inertia because it's the nature of the body that it's heavy. Then the second part is the calming of the mind. So especially today, life is so fast, there's so many things to discover. The tendency is very strong to overrun the mind because too much information, too much things to think about. And the third aim would be like to help to establish a regular yoga practice. So ideally daily. As you take a shower, it's important to do daily yoga practice and to learn what it means to be in resonance. So as I said, the tempo of this lifestyle leads to burnout and mental health issues. And a lot of people think we have to slow down. And I think we don't have to slow down. We have to learn to be in resonance with what is. That means with ourselves, with the surrounding, the people, society. So, and the Thala Yoga practice helps you to really measure your breath. It creates the resonance of the breath and the movement. So it becomes a meditation in movement, and it supports the so-called theta brain waves. So if you have stress, your brain waves are more fast and very unrelaxed, and the theta brainwaves are these brainwaves which are there for relaxation, meditation, creativity. And the music I composed is in this tempo. So there's a field of tempo, and it's proven by music therapists that this tempo creates or supports the occurrence of the theta brainwaves. And as you could see in the video, my fantasy is to link the music with light. So the idea is that you practice in a room where music and the light is filling up the room totally. So the color of the light supports your moods. So my question is, or my statement is, music is where the joy is. And joy is like our natural birthright, I could say. And yoga is where the self-realization is. And the question is, where do we want to be, or where do you want to be? There are my contacts, thala.yoga, and Instagram, Facebook, and I'm really happy for any questions or remarks. And I also like to learn more about the connection of music and the body-mind system and the wider perspective, which color and other forms of vibration, smell, helps us to come in balance, to come in resonance. And thank you for your attention, and thank you, Matt, for having me.
Tell a little bit how people could enjoy Thala Yoga at the moment already, or also maybe talk about what you're planning to do in order to give more people access to Thala Yogas, or the Thalas of your yoga sessions, or what your plans are to make Thala Yoga something that people can actually experience and not just see on your website.
Yes, so on my website, there's a 5 days Thala Yoga challenge, so you can just for free sign in and have like 5 days in a row where you get every day one practice, like 20 minutes with the music, and very simply everybody can do it. Even people who have never done yoga before can do it. And there will be like sound bars, like 20 minutes of relaxation. That's for free. But if you want to like have the live connection, I give every week Tuesdays and Thursdays like a real class, so where I help the people directly via Zoom. So I give instruction, I help everyone individually to establish a daily practice.
So if there's no questions now, because we have actually kind of like picked up with the time that we lost before, I would do a break again as planned for 30 minutes, because this is still a meetup thing. So please use time and talk to each other. And I know that there's lots of people in this meetup that have lots of interesting things to say, and they work on interesting projects. So use the time like until 7:50, 7:55 until we start with the next two sessions. And so yeah, please stick around, and see you in a couple of minutes, either in the lounge or at 7:50, 7:55 for the next session.